Alright, I'm here on the Weber searwood. We're doing a brisket, 17-pound brisket from Costco. Still trying to get used to the grill. I did ribs on it. I didn't like the bark or the smoke flavor that I got from it. I was using the Jealous Devil pellets. I went out and got some Plum In by Naughty Wood pellets, so we're gonna try those. But what I also did was we're also trying the smoke box here. So this is the first hour. So barely put it on. And we'll see how that turns out. So I mean, we're smoking. So what I also forgot to mention was I got it on 180 on smoke boost. I think that's probably going to be important with this grill if you want good bark and good smoke flavor, to set it on that smoke boost, either 225 or 180, so that you can get as much smoke and bark on that as you can. We're going to do that for 12 hours, and then we will finish the cook at a higher temperature, and I want to see how that turns out. But yeah, we're going to do that for 10 to 12 hours on 180. So I'll let you guys know how it turns out. Alright, so I put this on at 11:30 last night. Put it on smoke boost for 180. It's been going for about 10 hours. We're sitting at 140 on the point on the brisket. We do have some bark, but for 10 hours, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. We're just gonna keep going and we'll see. All right, trying to document this the best I can. So we've been sitting at about 11 to 12 hours on 180. I decided that we're sitting at 140. We do want to eat this brisket today. So I decided I'm going to crank it up to 225. Hopefully we can start getting that bark and color that I really want to see. I mean, we have a little bit of bark, we have a little bit of color. It's just not fully to where I would like it to be. Decided that I was going to start the smoke box again. I know we're kind of far along in the smoke to be still smoking a whole bunch, but hopefully that'll help a little bit. So yeah, we do have the smoke box going. I got a couple water pans in there. 10 to 11 hours, this is what the brisket's looking like. I'd like that bark to be a little further along, to be honest. But you know, we'll see. We cranked it up to 225. And I mean, at 180, it seemed to be producing a lot of smoke. And then adding the smoke box in there, I mean, that's way more smoke than I've ever got on my little electric Masterbuilt smoker. But it just seemed like that Masterbuilt electric smoker always gave me really good bark, always gave me really good color. And so, I mean, I'm hoping this brisket's gonna come out the way that I want it to come out. So maybe I'm being a little impatient. And we just, you know, I'll keep checking in with you guys and we'll keep seeing how this thing turns out. Alright, so we're doing a temperature and time update. It's been about another, 3-4 hours. We bumped it up from 180 up to 225. Finally got the bark that we were looking for. We still have a little bit left to go. I'm going to take this to like 170, 174, then wrap. But like I said, I've finally got some decent bark on here that I'm happy with. Yeah, we're starting to look good. So check-in will be when this guy's about done. So, okay, so we are on the finished product here. Rating 200 throughout the brisket. Let's go ahead and reveal this and see what kind of bark we got. Wrapped at 170. The fat wasn't totally rendered like I would like, but we had to get this brisket done, so let's see. Get the paper on. Alright, so it looks like we lost a little bit of bark when we wrapped it, but we're gonna let it sit and we'll probably get some of that bark back. So this is like friggin' 16 hours, so alright. Alright, so this is what the brisket looks like now. We do have some pretty good bark. I think I probably should have trimmed this off. When I was trimming it in the beginning, I was contemplating. I think some people cut that down a little bit. I think I should have did that. It's been a while since I cooked brisket, but we do have decent bark here. There's some decent bark over here. Looks like this got a little crispy over here on this end. I should have foil wrapped this. Didn't really see that. Little bald here, but overall, you know, for learning the grill and getting used to it, I think I did okay. I think this brisket will turn out pretty good. So when we cut into it, I'll also do a little video of me cutting into it, so you can see what that looks like. All right, so this is the brisket cutting into it. I overcooked it a little bit.
And another $50. And another $50. So
yeah, overcooked it a little bit, but we do have a smoke ring on here. Pretty pronounced smoke ring, but yeah, we did all right. All right, so in conclusion of the Weber searwood, as far as smoking capabilities, on that brisket we got a really good smoke ring. Tasting the brisket, we did have some smoke flavor on there. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We had decent bark on there, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about this smoker going forward and doing other smokes on it. There was definitely some mistakes that were made on this brisket. Mistake number one, as you guys can see, I did no water pan on the bottom. That was a huge mistake. The brisket was dry on the bottom, very dried out on the bottom where the water pan wasn't. So much to the point where it was very tough. $70 brisket, and you know, some of it's not very good, unfortunately. But you know, we make mistakes, we live and we learn. And I'm new to the pellet smokers. Seen tons of people doing the water pans, and now I know why they do them. So definitely doing a water pan underneath the brisket next time. Second of all, I think we're going to do fat side down next time, because I think that's going to protect that meat even further and help render the fat better. So I think we're going to do fat side down next time, and I'm also going to do a water pan underneath of it. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with it. It's doing what it's supposed to do. You just got to know how to use it. If you're smoking, I would highly suggest that you start it low. 225 is the minimum. 225 would be the highest I would go if you're smoking something like ribs or anything like that. I did 250 on my ribs the first time I did it. That was way too high. Did not develop any bark or color. You just can't do that on a pellet grill. I could do it on my electric smoker and it would have been fine, but on a pellet grill, I think it just really needs that time in there to get that smoke flavor and to create that bark. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of brisket videos on the searwood yet, so I definitely wanted to do that and show you guys. I have done the rotisserie chicken attachment once. dried out the chicken just slightly, but it was pretty good. Definitely gonna do a brine on the chicken next time, and next time I do a chicken on the rotisserie part, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. But all right.